a generic format of BRD. This is a very generic format. So there
ठीक.
will be always changes here and there depending on the project, on the organization you are working for.
Hmm.
But generally it is like this. So first you go with the project title.
Project title. Okay.
So they have very good or some new or unique project titles. You'll put
Okay.
that. You'll put the date on which date you have created this or you
Okay.
started this.
Uh-huh.
And here you will have a table in
Hmm.
versions. Okay, you will create a table. In that
Hmm.
table you write what is version 1, 2, 3, and the
Hmm.
name of the owner or author.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so let's say version 1 and 2 was done by A, but
Hmm.
version 3, which is the current version, is done by person B.
Huh.
Okay, so you will write their name so that people know, okay, this document is being revised thrice, and the last revision was done by person B.
Oh, got it.
Okay, so see, oh, okay, it is already written, prepared by. No, so
Hmm.
we're gonna put the name, and all the previous 2, 3 names would also be written over here already.
Got it. Uh-huh.
Then you go with the executive summary. Okay,
Hmm.
executive summary is a very high level idea of this particular project. Very high
Okay.
level. Okay, where you write, okay, what we are going to do in this project, what is this project all about. Okay, and then we go very briefly on purpose and scope.
Okay.
Okay, so basically why this project is important. Okay, how, like, what should be the outcome of this project.
Correct.
These two things we're gonna write it here. What is
Hmm.
the benefit of this project, we're gonna write it here.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, it's a paragraph, and sometimes it's a big paragraph or combination of paragraphs actually.
Hmm. Got it.
Then again, scope we discussed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So see, outline the boundaries of the project, including what
Hmm.
will and will not be included. Are you getting?
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly क्या क्या हम करेंगे और क्या
Huh.
हम नहीं करेंगे, उसके बीच में एकदम क्लैरिटी होनी चाहिए, so that they can never come back and say, okay, this is not delivered. So this is very important for us. We need to be very smart while doing this.
Okay. Got
Sometimes
it.
the client will say, okay, arey nahi, I want this to be added, but you need to
Ach-
check if that gonna make any sense to it. Then you add it. Else, you need to make the client understand, okay, this is not in our scope or this is not beneficial. So let's keep it out of scope. Or let's say if we incorporate this as well, it gonna increase the timeline.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay. Then you go for business objective. So what is the objective of it? Is it they wanna make the process efficient? They want to make their customer happy, right?
Yeah.
So improve customer experience through digital
Hmm.
banking services, increase operational efficiency by automating, or ensure compliance with regulatory, or maybe for data security. Whatever is the objective of the business, you gonna put it over here. Okay, why they are doing this. Now then you go with stakeholder. Okay, so
Hmm.
stakeholder is internal and external stakeholder, right?
Okay.
So who are internal stakeholders? These are
Hmm.
the project sponsor, manager, IT department, compliance team.
Okay.
So sponsor is someone who is putting money for it.
Got
It
it.
can
Got
be
it.
head of, we discussed in the last example, head of sales or head of
Yeah.
tech, right? He is the
Hmm.
sponsor
Hmm.
because
Hmm.
he
Hmm.
gonna pay, he gonna generate the revenue from his department pay, or maybe if there is any other process, he gonna pay. Then project manager who gonna handle this project. This
Okay.
might not be the client.
हाँ.
Okay, this might be our project manager as well.
अच्छा. ठीक है. ठीक है.
Maybe from client end, right? So it can be anyone.
Hmm.
Then IT department or compliance, depends who are the stakeholder. It will change from case
Got
to
it.
case with
Yeah.
the project.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
external stakeholder. This is from the client end, the customer, their regulatory authorities. Is there any third party who are being involved in this project? So there are a lot of projects which are being given to more than one organization. Okay, so more than
Got
one organization is working on a project. So
it.
again, stakeholder will write. Now
Okay.
you will note down all the requirement.
Hmm.
Okay, this
Hmm.
is a deeper point of discussion. Okay, but I'll just give you the broad idea of it as of now, and then we can discuss on other class. Business requirement.
Mm.
Okay, just read it out. The system shall provide a user-friendly interface for online banking. Shall support multi-factor authentication for secure login.
Mm.
Shall allow customer to view account balances and
Mm.
transaction history.
Okay.
This is business requirement. Why? Because
Mm.
business wants this experience to deliver to their client, so that client is
Understood.
happy.
Got
So
it.
for banking, this is the business requirement. For marketing, it can be something else. For other industry, it can be something else.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Okay. Now, what are the functional requirements? Now, shall enable fund transfer between accounts.
Hmm.
Generate monthly account statement in PDF format. Shall send notification for transaction over a specific limit. So now if you see, this is not only for customer, but this is also for the bank. So this becomes the functional requirement.
Okay.
And then goes non-functional requirement. Okay, so these are the requirements which are based on performance.
Mm.
These functional requirements would always be based on the technicality. Okay, how a process should go. Okay, uh, what steps it should follow. Whereas non-functional requirement will discuss about whether the process is efficient or not. Okay, whether it can mm, inculcate more than 10 customers at a time. So that will come under non-functional requirement. So you can see shall ensure 99.9% uptime. System shall respond to the user action within 2 seconds. So here they are talking about speed, efficiency, functionality,
Mm.
robustness.
Okay.
So these are this is a deep topic basically. We will discuss this
Yeah.
separately because you're gonna use it. But just
Oh.
remember for now there is something called business requirement, functional requirement, non-functional requirement, and you
Okay.
as a business analyst is going to get all these requirements from the client, and you need to segregate it. You will not ask, hey Jack, can you share the functional requirement to me? No, you will go on a call with the Jack and you're gonna discuss everything from him. You will
Mm.
get the knowledge. You will sit alone. You will write every requirement, and then you're gonna segregate what comes under business requirement, functional requirement, and non-functional requirement, because it is very important for the developer team to know, because developer team will understand this
Huh.
and this. They will
Non-fun.
never understand this, or maybe
Mm-hmm.
depends. Okay, but
Ah.
they but even if they know it, it doesn't matter to them at all. They don't care about it basically. They care
Mm-hmm.
about this and this. So these two
Got
things
it.
you are supposed to deliver to the technical team.
Mm.
So you need to understand it very well. And then this thing, the project manager, the client side stakeholder will give importance to this as well. So you again should know this. That is why you are a bridge between, the customer and tech and non-tech professionals
Okay.
as a BA.
Mm-hmm.
You will put some assumptions, okay? So basically, they need a very robust system. Is their infrastructure sufficient enough to provide that sort of efficiency? Or if they are open to replace or change their infrastructure, they
Mm.
are open to invest to get better infrastructure. Okay,
Yeah.
so these are
Mm.
some assumptions we're gonna write here.
Okay.
And what are the constraints?
ठीक है.
So again, budget I told you. So
Yeah, yeah.
whether they want to or not, there is a limitation or not. Is there any
Mm.
regulatory organization compliance
Yeah.
who, in banking there are a lot of everywhere regulatory authorities are there. Are there
Correct.
any deadlines, or they want in a particular format only, right? So
Mm-hmm.
this thing I'll give you example of one project
Okay.
in upcoming class, and I'll tell you uh,
ठीक ठीक है.
exactly how regulatory compliance will come into picture. A lot of
हम्म.
cases are there.
ठीक है.
So you written scope over here, right?
हाँ.
And after this, you write something called acceptance criteria at the end.
Okay.
So when the client will say, okay, whatever you did is okay, and we can close this project now.
Acha.
Okay. So
Huh.
there would be very clear and crisp to the point acceptance criteria should be there.
Acha. Got it.
Okay. And there can be any point. So here system meets all functional and non-functional requirement as listed. So if you
ये
go,
हमको देना है ना.
sorry,
We have to provide this acceptance, or the client will provide.
we will write it. Client will give a thumbs up to it, or maybe may
Huh.
he go for changes.
Acha. So we have to write this. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. We
Hmm.
write it after discussing it with customer only, client only.
Acha. Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
And then again, we showcase it to them. Okay, is it fine or you want any changes?
Okay. Got it. Hmm.
So here, requirement as listed. So when it says as listed, it means all these three things
Hmm. Hmm.
should be done. Even if two are done and one is pending, no, you are not done. Please complete the project.
Okay. Done. Done.
It's
Done.
that serious. है ना?
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Okay. And then, what are the risks involved in it?
Hmm.
Okay. So we discussed about migration of data. Here is migration of systems, right? So
Yes.
potential data breaches are possible, resistance from customer in adopting new digital service. So basically, we are writing it down to let them know that these are the challenges or risks they can face. So they should not
Acha.
come back to us and say, hey, we are facing these issues.
Hmm. Hmm.
We
Hmm.
we,
Got it.
we are not interested in solving these issues until unless it is under the scope for us.
Got it. Huh.
Then you will write timelines
Hmm.
that okay, requirement gathering, which a business analyst do. It will
Yes.
start
Yeah.
from this date and end on
Yeah.
this date. After that, development will start from
Development.
this to this, testing start
Testing.
from this to this, and deployment
Yeah.
from this to this.
Okay.
So obviously, when you see dates written over here,
Hmm.
it
Hmm.
means you're gonna ask development team, okay, how much time you gonna take for this. You're gonna ask how
Understood.
much time you're gonna take for this. You're gonna ask how much time you're gonna take for this, and they're gonna tell
Yes.
you, okay, hey, this month, this year, this many months, this many years, whatever days, or
Hmm.
and you're gonna put it down over here.
Got it.
So this will take a lot of time because you need to connect with the leads, not the associate or executives, right? At the
Correct.
senior level,
Correct.
you will connect with a lot of seniors. So if they have the bandwidth, they will connect and tell you, and even they can't tell you straight away. No one knows,
Mm-hmm.
no, how much time it's gonna take.
Yeah.
So they will
Right.
go with a lot of calls and they will lot of discussions, planning, and a lot of things. Then they will tell you, which may take a month also, and more
Correct.
than that as well.
Huh.
Okay, until that time, you will be waiting for this, and parallelly, you are working on something else.
Got it.
Okay, that's how as a BA will be doing it. Maybe you are working on noting down all these points while
Okay.
they are figuring out okay how much time it's gonna take,
Correct.
or maybe some another project, another task. It can be anything.
Hmm.
Then you go for budget estimation.
Okay.
What is the total budget, deployment cost, testing
Hmm.
cost,
Hmm.
training cost as well, right?
Okay.
So the
Hmm.
resources. So they hire a lot of resources from IT, but let's say they don't know the technology, but they're open to learn. So what is the training cost for them?
Hmm.
And that's how you might be hearing, okay, I joined this organization, they trained me, and then I'm good. I was from a
Got
non-IT
it.
background, right?
Hmm.
So now you understand why the organization is investing on training because they are getting money for it from the customer.
Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, so that's how they go for training.
Understood.
And at the end, you take a sign off.
ठीक
Once the
है.
client signed this, it means
Hmm.
this is now done.
Got it.
Okay, and your job is complete.
Hmm.